Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Munandar from PNB 7. Today I want to tell you a story about the Prophet Ayub's patient. Prophet Ayub was descendant of Prophet Ibrahim. Ayub's mother was a daughter of Prophet Lot. His wife Rahma was the direct descendant of Prophet Yusuf. Ayub lived in Rome with his wife and 14 children. Ayub was a prophet who immensely blessed by Allah. He was strong and healthy, had large wealth of land, abundant livestock, and righteous and beautiful family. He was also a community leader who highly respected and loved by his people. Despite his status and wealth, he was never arrogant. He always humble, readily helped the deprived, and constantly thanked and praised the Allah for everything he was blessed with. One day, higher up in the heaven, the angels began discussing about the best woman who lived on earth. An angel amongst them said, "The best character today is Ayub, a man of noble character who displayed great patience and always remembering his generous love. He is exceptional model for a worshipper of Allah. The needy and the poor share in his good fortune. He feeds and clothes the poor and buys slaves to set them free. He makes those who receive his charity as if they are favoring him, so kind and gentle he is." Satan, who invisibly overheard the discussion and became very angry, immediately plotting to try to lure Ayub away from the worship of Allah. He whispered evil talk to Ayub about the pleasure of life that a man such as Ayub could easily enjoy. But the prophet was a sincere servant of his and wasn't easily furthered. This enraged Satan further. Satan approached Allah and informed him that Ayub was a sincere servant of his and only glorified him in fear of losing all his wealth. So Satan suggests, if you remove all of Ayub's wealth, you will find that his tongue no longer mention your name, and his praying will stop. Allah didn't believe Satan. Allah knew that Ayub was among his most sincere believer and didn't worship for mere material possession. But he agreed to test Ayub to show Satan the absolute sincerity of his loyal servant. Overjoyed, Satan set out to destroy Ayub's wealth. After time passed, Ayub's wealth began to diminish. His land, livestock, servant, money slowly evading him until he was left with nothing. Despite his wealth is lost, he remained thankful and always worshipping and praised Allah. Rather feeling frustrated, Satan returned to Allah and asked Allah to test him with his children. Before long, the building where Ayub's children lived crashed, killing all 14 of his young, beautiful children. Satan visited Ayub and disguised as a sympathizing bystander. The circumstance under which your children are dead were said, "Surely your Lord is not providing you for all of your prayers." Ayub then responded, "Allah give what is good for me, and takes away what Allah see that is displeasing for him and for me. Allah see that all of these children may be a strong test or trial for me, so Allah took them away from me. Whether a thing is beneficial or harmful to me, I remain firm in my belief. I remain thankful for my Creator." Satan rushed back to Allah to ask him to grant his authority over Ayub's body. Allah granted his request, but instructed, "I grant you authority over his body, but not over his soul, intellect, or heart. For this place beside the knowledge of me and my religion." Soon after, Ayub's health began to deteriorate. He was so ill that the skin of his body used to fall off, revealing his muscle and bone. But as Allah instructed, the only two organs who functioned in his body was his earth and his tongue, who he believed to glorify Allah. Ayub suffered through severe pain, but he never allowed himself to complain or further in his belief in Allah. The people in the city began to discuss about Ayub. If Ayub was a good person, Allah will have done it to him, they said, and then they abandoned him. his relative, friend, people who respect and love him, desert him, except for Rahma, his beloved wife. For years, Ayub suffered through this condition, with none but Rahma by his side to take care of him. They have no money, they have no income, so Rahma took up a job to provide for him. But the people of the city didn't allow Rahma to work for long, as they feared that she would afflict them with the same illness as her husband. Meanwhile, Ayub continued to pray to Allah to give him strength and patience to endure this suffering and pain. One day, Satan appeared before Rahma in the form of a man and asked her, "Where is your husband?" Rahma, awaiting at almost lifeless form of Ayub, and she replied, "There he is, to spend between life and death." Satan then went on to remind him of the blissful day of good health, children, and wealth. Overwhelmed with their pain and hardship, Rahma approached Ayub and wailed, "O Ayub, you are the prophet, you are the messenger of Allah, and you have the closest relationship with Allah. Ask him to take you out of this frame that you are in." Ayub sighed and replied, "Satan must whisper to you and make you dissatisfied. Tell me, how long am I enjoying good health and plenty?" Rahma then answered, 80 years or so. And then Ayub asked again, "For how long am I suffering like this?" And then Rahma replied, 7 years. And then Ayub said something. "In that case, I'm ashamed to call on my Lord to remove my hardship, for I'm not suffer longer than the years of good health and plenty. It seems that your faith has weakened, and that you are dissatisfied with the faith of Allah. I promise, once I regain health, I will punish you with 100 swords. From today onward, I will not allow my body to eat or drink from your hand. Leave me alone. Let my Lord do with my body as he please." Ayub turned to Allah to seeking his mercy. "Verily, Satan has brought me a distress and torment," he prayed. Allah immediately responded to Ayub's desperate call for help. Allah said, Start the ground with your foot. There is a spring water to wash in and cool, and a refreshing drink." Ayub immediately performed Allah's bidding. Once he struck the ground with his water, the water gushed at his feet, as commanded. Ayub drank and washed his entire body washing the water. His skin renewed completely, and his internal organ began functioning. Indeed, Ayub was cured by the grace of Allah. Rahma, who couldn't stay away from her husband any longer, returned home. As she entered home, Rahma, greeted by Ayub, whom she didn't recognize. Rahma said, "Where is Ayub? Who are you? Look very similar to him." Ayub then replied, "It's me." And then Rahma, overjoyed, he immediately embraced him and thanked to Allah for his mercy. Allah then restored Ayub well. He sent down rain of locusts made of gold and fall around Ayub. As Ayub began to gather the locusts of gold, Allah said, "O Ayub, have I not made you too rich for you to need what you see?" Ayub replied, "Yes, my Lord, but I cannot stand your blessings." Ayub and Rahma were also given back their family. The couple were blessed with 28 young healthy children, 14 girls, 14 boys. The story of Prophet Ayub is a adversity mixed with patience. It is easy to be faithful servant when everything is going well, but never faltered during the difficult circumstance, which is make him a remarkable being. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.